Hello and welcome back to the Women Making Herstory series brought to you by Women's Prosperity Network in honor of Women's History Month. We're celebrating 31 extraordinary visionary women this month, and we're so glad that you're taking the time, making the time to be here with us. I am Nancy Matthews, one of the founders of Women's Prosperity Network, and today's guest is near and dear to my heart, not only because of who she is and how she shows up in the world. We also have a similar aligned vision in supporting, encouraging, and collaborating with women so that all of them will share their amazing stories in the world. So thank you for joining me today, Miss Mary Palmer.
I'm honored to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, it's my absolute pleasure to be here, and I'm grateful to you for how you show up, all you do in life and in leadership with Women's Prosperity Network. When you lived in Miami, you led a chapter, and now you live in Austin and you've got a chapter going there. So kudos to you.
Thank you. My
You're
pleasure.
Awesome. So today we're here with Mary, and we're going to have her share a little bit about her story. So let me share about her bio just a little bit. After a successful career in corporate oil and gas, totally a man's world, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Changing though.
Say that again?
It's changing.
It is changing because we're all getting out there more. I love it. So after a successful career in corporate oil and gas, Mary created entrepreneurial-focused Power Glam. She's a national speaker, an Amazon best-selling author, and also the chapter leader of the Austin chapter of Women's Prosperity Network. She's a speaker. She does training. She does consulting. And when I think of Mary, I think of leading with grace. That is what she does. That is what she models. And today she's going to be talking with us about always put your best face forward. So always put your best face. I thought it was your foot you were supposed to put forward.
Well, that goes with it, but your face is what people are looking at.
Yes. The very first thing that they see. So tell us a little bit more how, you've come to focus on that and how you support women and some men in doing that.
So it basically started because I was looking for something to do after I retired, quite honestly. And I loved my skincare. And I thought, oh my gosh, this is the best way to serve women as well as take care of my back office tax responsibilities. And so that's what I did. I started my business and just kind of a little here, a little there, because I was retired, and all of a sudden serving women and seeing them glow and loving who they were again and finding themselves really lit me up.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. And I'm going to ask you to take a little bit of a journey back to when you were in corporate. We talked earlier that oil and gas, it was a man's world and it's changing. Can you share with me what changes you may have even seen in that corporate landscape as it relates to women during the time you were there? Did you see shifts happening, more women coming into leadership?
Yes. When I started, there was only one woman on the leadership, or shall I say the committee, the big committee where decisions are made as far as the business. And the thinking from what I was told was, well, if there were more women that wanted to be in leadership, they would be there. And that really wasn't the case. There's that glass ceiling, and it's been shattered, and we're making strides every day, but we need to make more.
Well, and that's one of the things that you do in your leadership is create a space for more and more women to step up, being them best selves. And let's face it, when we think we look good and we feel good, like it all goes together for confidence and belief in ourselves and getting out there. And a little lipstick lights my face up, I got to tell you.
Oh, absolutely. When women know that they look good, that builds their confidence. And building confidence is a major thing because a lot of women who normally wouldn't step forward, and when you do step forward, your face goes with it. So that's why I call it leading with our best face forward.
I love it, right? Your face goes in the door first most of the time.
Exactly.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit more about this is Women's History Month, and I've asked all of our guests to share about a woman in history that made a big impact for them. Who was that for you?
For me, looking back, and I thought real hard about this, it really was Mary Kay Ash. And I thought, oh my gosh, of course. Because when faced with adversity, she was courageous, she trusted her gut, and she defied the odds and knew that she could because she thought she could. Her saying is, if you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, well, you can't.
Right.
And it's all about what's up here and confidence and trusting your intuition.
Mm-hmm. And there's, so thank you for that. There's another piece that inspires you about what Mary Kay Ash has set up and what she does. Can you tell us about that with the foundation?
Absolutely. The Mary Kay Foundation. It has two missions: to eradicate cancers that affect women and to provide for safe homes for women and children that are in domestic abuse situations to go to.
Mm.
And I'm going to share a little known fact because this needs to get out there, and I'm really passionate about this. When a woman feels threatened, or a teen, as far as being physically abused or relationship dating, even teens, they can text to 22322 the words, "Love is together." And
Say that again. So I'm going to write this down. So they text what?
22522.
22522. If you feel in danger physically or emotionally, any of that. Okay.
And a counselor will reach out to you to determine what the situation is. And if you're in a situation where you need to flee to get out of there, you can. Another text message will be coming after you have been asked if you're feeling safe enough to be able to receive this information, and then you can leave. But you have to here's the thing, we have to have the confidence to be able to move, as in any other situation. And a lot of times it may be the life of your own life or that of a child.
Wow, important work. And as I'm here with you today, and knowing the work you do and the passion that you have behind it, I'm inspired, my friend, because you retired. You don't have to do this.
Right.
So what is it that keeps you going when you don't have to? What is it that keeps you moving and going forward?
Knowing that I can make a difference one face at a time. That's it. And if we can change one face and the mind and the heart that's behind that, the ripple just continues. It goes without saying. It goes forever, just like whatever business that you or the next person is in. The ripple just goes on and on and on. And we believe that we can do it.
And when I hear you say that, so thank you. When I hear you say that, it's not about the makeup, is it?
Nope, not at all. That's the catalyst for women to spring into action, to do whatever it is they want to do or what they've been placed on this planet to do, or to achieve the goals. And sometimes for some women, just getting up out of bed is a goal. Yeah, that's
so good. And I know that you also are growing a team, and you have an opportunity for somebody to be able to make a difference one face at a time and build a business out of it. Can you speak to that just a little bit? There might be somebody watching this video today who is saying, you know what, I want to be able to show up in another way, create a second stream of income, make a difference one face at a time. So Share a little bit about that leadership opportunity and business development opportunity that you have.
Right. So when you join the Mary Kay teams, my team, for example, you will get out of your starter kit, which is only $100 plus tax and shipping. How many businesses can you start for $100 that have a mentor like me that pops out of the box and guides you along the way? And I am connected to other women who lead. I am mentored by a multimillionaire who takes the time, who will listen to me and guide my team. Because you know what? It's not about them. It's about us, about you, the next person, any woman that wants to start her business.
Mm-hmm.
The key to starting and having a successful Mary Kay business is to be coachable and to love other women. If you can be trained and are willing to follow a certain business plan.
You mean a proven successful business plan?
Absolutely, a proven successful business plan, and you're looking at her.
Yeah.
So there's 3 avenues of income: by sales of the product, through websites, through parties, spa experiences. I have a decal on my car, and people have stopped me in Miami. That was really fun. People honking and say, "Would you stop? I need to get some products from you. Here's my phone number." That's one way. Another way is to earn a car, and another way is to lead a team.
Yeah, and I'm so glad you said that, because that's exactly where I wanted to go. So, we're Women's History Month, all of us stepping into higher levels of our self-leadership and leadership of others. I have seen the insides of the company that you are blessed to be aligned with, and I love their principles and their values and where they come from. So there's so much available to you. Yes, you'll make some money. Talk to me about the feeling you get when you have someone on your team who gets promoted to the next level. Talk about that, because that's a special moment.
It absolutely is, to know that you've made a difference and provided another woman a hand up, that you've supported her to where she has more confidence in herself, that she is putting gas in her car, that she is putting food on the table, that she's sending her kids to college. And guess what? She has more than she started out with. And guess what else? She's also touching other people's lives and building them. And that's what it's all about.
Yeah, yeah.
So many people don't realize that this is a self-worth opportunity, a growth opportunity wrapped up in a business opportunity.
Yeah.
And it's also a ministry.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. And I've seen, so who is this opportunity for? As I'm sitting here, a retired corporate executive who doesn't have to do this, but gets joy from doing it. Somebody who's looking to make some extra income, somebody who's looking to grow themselves as a leader. It's worth a conversation with our dear friend Mary to see how this can add value to your life, to your business, and to your face.
Yes, absolutely.
I know.
Yeah.
I love my Mary Kay products. And thank you for that.
Absolutely.
Good. All right. So we're just about finishing up here. You've got a gift for everybody, and tell them what that is. And then all you need to do, my friends, is click on the link below this video and you can get the gift from Mary. Would you describe what that is?
Yes, it's 5 essential steps to leading with grace. And what that will do is it will provide you with an idea to be introspective and to see which of these 5 attributes you have inside you, so that you can build yourself regardless of what business line you're in or whether you're a stay-at-home mom. There's always growth. And here's the thing. Not only does the ripple affect everyone outside your home, but it affects children, parents that live with you, anybody that's around you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So thank you for sharing your insights, your wisdom, and then even going further with more for all our viewers to go ahead and click on the link below and get 5 essentials to leading with grace from the master herself, Miss Mary Palmer. So thank you so much for joining us, for not retiring. I got to say a personal thank you for that. Thank you for still being out there, making history and supporting other women in doing the same. I love you, my friend.
I love you too. And let me just say one more thing about that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm retired, but I work on my own time whenever I want and with whom I want, just like you. It's
Yeah.
great.
Freedom.
That's right.
Freedom. Yeah. Freedom.
Thank you, Nancy.
You're welcome. I appreciate you. Well, and I appreciate you watching these videos, soaking up the inspiration and wisdom that these extraordinary women have shared, taking their time to be with all of you. And I thank you for being a part of this series too, because we're all in this together. So go ahead and click on the link below and get this great tool from Mary. And then also there's a second link there. You've heard me say it before. We want you to join the movement with Women's Prosperity Network. All of us coming together, sharing our stories, raising each other up to higher and higher levels so that all the world really recognizes how amazing we are as women. Thank you for joining us. Click on the buttons, get your goodies, and we'll see you next time with the next video series. Have an amazing day, my friends. Bye now. Bye, Mary.
Bye. Thank you. Bye, everyone. Happy Women's History Month.